Have you ever heard a question that made your entire body tense up? One of those moments where everything seems calm on the surface, but your instincts scream that something's off. That subtle discomfort is often more than just intuition. It's your brain reacting to manipulation. In human interactions, language is more than communication. It's a tool. And when used by liars, it becomes a weapon. Liars don't just fabricate stories. They frame realities, twist perceptions, and ask questions that aren't meant to uncover truth, but to hide it. These questions can feel harmless or even sincere, but they're often tactical, meant to flip the narrative or deflect attention. In this video, we're diving into 5 real-life manipulative questions that professional deceivers use, breaking down the psychology behind each one, how to recognize them, and how to respond with clarity and strength. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community, where you'll get early access to new videos and insights on personal and spiritual growth. Now, let's get started. Question 1. Why are you being so dramatic? This phrase is a common tool in emotional manipulation. It doesn't engage with facts or address the accusation. Instead, it targets the reaction, making the accuser appear unstable or overly emotional. According to Dr. George Simon, a clinical psychologist and author of In Sheep's Clothing, this tactic is classic gaslighting. The goal is to minimize the impact of wrongdoing by redirecting the focus onto your emotions. When someone chooses to comment on how you're responding rather than what they're being accused of, it's a strategy to dodge accountability. This rhetorical move puts you on the defensive. Instead of addressing their deception, you end up justifying your emotional response. And once you do that, they've already taken control of the narrative. Let's move forward into another classic manipulation tactic that often comes dressed as vulnerability, but hides something far more dangerous. Question 2. Do you even trust me? At first glance, this might sound like a heartfelt question, but in the hands of a manipulator, it becomes emotional blackmail. It's designed to shift the conversation away from their actions and toward your supposed lack of faith. As noted by Dr. Harriet Lerner, author of The Dance of Anger, manipulative individuals often rely on guilt to regain control. This question creates a false binary. Either you trust them unconditionally, or you're the one undermining the relationship. It's a psychological sleight of hand. Trustworthy people earn trust through consistent behavior, not emotional ultimatums. If someone weaponizes the concept of trust the moment you challenge them, it's a clear red flag. Trust, in psychological terms, isn't just a feeling. It's a neurochemical and behavioral pattern. Research by neuroscientist Dr. Paul Zak has shown that oxytocin, often called the trust hormone, plays a central role in how we bond and build relationships. When trust is broken, brain chemistry shifts, stress hormones like cortisol increase, and cognitive dissonance intensifies. That's why betrayals don't just sting emotionally, they cause measurable physiological stress. Manipulators exploit this vulnerability. By invoking the idea of trust, they tap into our deep need for connection and safety, while deflecting from their own responsibility. When someone says, "Do you even trust me?" not as a sincere inquiry but as a diversion, they're banking on your biology to silence your reason. So what happens when the liar pretends to be clueless? That's where the next question comes in. Question 3. What do you want me to say? This question is a classic deflection. Instead of addressing the issue or showing genuine reflection, the liar acts confused or overwhelmed. According to Dr. Brené Brown, such avoidance is part of a broader fear-based response, where vulnerability is faked to shut down difficult conversations. The real goal behind this question is to make you take responsibility for their apology. It implies they don't see what they did wrong, or worse, that they don't want to. It's an invitation for you to write their script, and if you do, they can play along without having to actually change. The key response here is clarity. State exactly what happened and express your need for honest accountability, not theatrics. Next, let's explore what manipulators say when they begin to lose control of the situation. Question 4. Can we just move on? Moving on is part of any healing process, but when someone demands it before accountability is taken, it becomes another tool of avoidance. In emotionally abusive dynamics, this question is used to short-circuit resolution. Psychologist Dr. Lundy Bancroft explains in Why Does He Do That? That premature forgiveness is a common tactic of manipulators, as it allows them to avoid change while maintaining the illusion of peace. The problem here isn't with moving forward, it's with skipping the hard part, owning one's behavior. Closure without conversation is emotional bypassing. It's not peace, it's suppression. When you hear this question, understand that someone is trying to silence discomfort, not resolve it. Before we go on, if this video is helping you see things more clearly, consider sharing it with someone who needs it. And if you'd like to support this kind of thoughtful content, you can click the thanks button below. Your support truly helps. Now let's continue. Question 5. Are you really going to throw everything away over this? This question is the emotional nuke of manipulative conversations. It frames your boundary setting as destructive and selfish. The implication is that your refusal to tolerate deception is what will destroy the relationship, not their dishonesty. It's a classic guilt trip, often accompanied by dramatic tones or exaggerated emotional displays. As Dr. Ramani Durvasula, an expert on narcissistic abuse, frequently emphasizes, boundaries are not betrayals. When someone positions themselves as the victim for facing consequences, it's a deliberate manipulation of emotional responsibility. If you feel pressured to sacrifice your self-respect in order to preserve a connection, that connection is already broken. Liars use questions not to learn but to manipulate. These aren't invitations to honest dialogue. They're subtle traps designed to control perception, avoid accountability, and maintain power. Recognizing these questions doesn't require a psychology degree. It requires awareness and the courage to trust your instincts. By learning to spot these manipulative phrases, you shift the dynamic. You stop being the target and start becoming the observer. You hold your ground, protect your narrative, and most importantly, refuse to be gaslit into silence. If this video resonated with you, drop a comment below and share your thoughts or experiences. Let's turn this comment section into a space of awareness and support. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel for weekly insights on human behavior, personal power, and emotional clarity. Join the community of viewers who value truth, boundaries, and psychological resilience. And remember, the moment you stop playing along is the moment the liar loses control. You don't need to out-argue them. You just need to stop giving them the stage.